What's up, guys? It's Devin from Neptune Design, and today we are going to talk about content marketing strategies. So, today I'm going to take you through what exactly a content marketing strategy is. I'm going to show you ways that you can produce content that produces leads for your business, and I'm also going to be taking you through a kind of history lesson to show you, how people used to buy back in the old days versus how they buy now. So I hope you stay tuned. It's going to be a good video. It's going to be an in-depth video. So I hope you stay tuned and enjoy. So let's talk about back in the old days. Let's talk about how people used to buy back in the old days. So, do you remember the days of record players, and do you remember the days when we all had wagons and horses? Because it was a simple life. It was a relaxed life, man. You had your little farm, you had your animals, and you were cool and you were set. Now, I'm not that old, but I'm sure some of you are. I mean, somebody's got to remember what it was like back in those days. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. Basically, back in the days when you had to buy something or when you were looking to buy something, it was very simple. You would simply go and get your best friend and you'd walk through the market, and whatever was around you at the time, whatever produce, whatever products were around you at the time, that would basically be the range or scope of what you could buy. That would be the limit. And if you wanted a certain commodity, you would go to the next town, but you wouldn't be sure if you could find that commodity in the next town. So basically, people used to buy from their local area, and people used to support their local markets. So now let's fast forward a bit. Okay, we're in 2019, everything is hyper fast and everything is digital. So, what that means is a lot of people now have access to information, to products, to services that they would not have had 40 or 50 years ago. Okay, so the way that people buy today is way different, vastly different from the way that people used to buy back in the old days. Back in the old days, you were limited to a certain group of products or services, depending on your geographic location. Whereas now, people have they basically spoiled for choice. They can buy anything from anywhere in the world. They can order it and it'll probably be in their house within 5 to 7 days, sometimes next day. So the way that people look and the way that people buy products is completely different. Okay. So the main difference is people these days look for information on a product, on a service. They look for reviews before the people actually go out and buy the product. And some of them don't even leave to go and buy the product. They actually stay in their houses and they buy the products off their phone, off their notebooks, off their tablet, off whatever. Okay? So back in the days, if you were a salesman or a salesperson or a shop owner, it would be as simple as just putting your products in front of people and waiting for somebody to come and buy. Now, the problem is some business owners are still trying to use that same methodology in today's system. But today, we've got people that are actually looking for information before they buy. And another thing is that people try and avoid ads as much as possible in their daily lives. I do. I don't know how many YouTube ads I've skipped today, how many pop ups I've closed down. So people try and avoid ads. So, as a business owner, what are you supposed to do? How do you reach the guys that are out there looking for information on your products or services? Because believe you me, there is somebody out there looking for information on the product that you're trying to sell. and they're busy searching for it. So, this is where a content marketing strategy comes into place. This is why you need a content marketing strategy. Because what a content marketing strategy does is it helps us produce content in line with what our buyers are looking for. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to give you 4 steps in the customer's buying, we'll call it process. And basically, these are the steps that a customer takes to get through to the actual purchase of a product. And this is how people are buying online these days. Okay, so the first part, or the first step, or the first stage of the buyer's journey, we call this the C stage. Okay, so what is the C stage, you might ask me, Devin? Okay, so the C stage is when you go online and you go into Facebook or Instagram or Twitter and you're scrolling through the posts that you normally do. You see birthdays, you see selfies, you see ugly selfies, you see nice selfies, you see cat videos, dog videos, you see some guy doing some stupid thing online. But anyway, eventually you get to a stage where you see a nice product. It could be your friend who just took a picture of his new sneakers. It could be a car. It could be anything that makes you start thinking that, wow, that's nice. I would actually like to have one of those in the near future. So we call that stage the C stage because you're not really actively looking for something. You're just basically browsing and you see something that catches your attention. Okay, so that would be the C stage. Okay, so now let's say we've gone past the C stage and we've convinced ourselves that, damn, I have to have this product or service, or I have to have this new TV, or I have to have this pair of sneakers. Okay, now you are at the think stage where you're actively thinking about getting the product. And what's the first thing that we all do before we buy something? I know this because when I shop for TVs, I don't just go out to the store and talk to a salesman. The first thing I do is I go online, I take my phone out, and I start comparing. I start comparing TVs. I start looking at features. I start watching a whole lot of YouTube videos because I'm trying to see which one is the best choice for me, and I'm trying to see which one is the best product so that when I go out to buy it, I don't waste any time. So this is called the think stage, where we're thinking about the product and we're actively searching for information about that product so that it'll make our purchase easier. Okay? Think stage. Okay, the next stage is the do stage. Now, the do stage is when the buyer is going to go and buy the product right now, immediately. Okay, this is the point where people will either take out their phones, go to an e-commerce store, or they'll actually get in the car and go down to the stores and actually try and find that specific product that they've already done research on. Okay, so the do stage, we need this stage to be as frictionless as possible so they can buy from us. This is the do stage. It's just basically when the client goes and purchase the product. And the last stage is the care stage. The care stage is when the customer is so happy with their purchase and so proud of what they've done that they actually take a photo and they post it online, or they write a testimonial or review, or they update their status on Facebook or something, but they actually care so much that they take a photo and post it back online. And guess what? It's like a perfect circle, because when that person posts a picture of their new shoes or new TV or new whatever online, somebody else sees it, and the circular buyer's journey begins again. Right, so we've got all of our stages. We've got the C stage, we've got the think stage, we've got the do stage and we have the care stage. Now, you might be asking here, but Devin, what does this have to do with me selling my products to people? I mean, I'm just a business owner. All I want to do is sell my products. Well, if people are actively searching for your products, if people are actively searching for what you do, and if you don't have any content that covers any of those stages, those people are just not going to buy from you because they simply can't find you. They can't find any videos of your products online. They can't find any blog articles about your products. They can't find any posts. They can't find any online content about your products. So, content marketing is actually the most important thing that you can do for your business if you want to sell your products and services. But you got to have a strategy. You can't just be posting a whole lot of stuff that doesn't make sense to buyers. So, an easy way to do this is to break up each stage of the buyer's journey. Remember, see, think, do, care. We'll break up every single stage of the buyer's journey. And I'm going to show you in this video what type of content to produce for each stage of the buyer's journey, so that when people go online, they actually find the information they're looking for and they actually decide to buy from you because you are giving them quality information. Okay. Okay. So the first stage is the C stage. So the C stage is the stage where people are just browsing the internet. They're just looking at stuff. How do we reach the buyer at that C stage? Okay. So we can do this in many ways, and I'm just going to list a few that we can reach them in the C stage. We can write educational blogs that educates the clients on our products or services. We can release ebooks, free ebooks. We can release white papers. We can give away expert advice, consultation, maybe on forums. We can do some industry research and post our results. We can do trend reports, and we can also do podcasts. And all of these things have something in common. All of these things are actions where we serve the customer and we don't try and sell to the customer. Okay? So we're just giving out good free information so that we can attract the customer's attention. Okay, so let's talk about the think stage. Okay, this is when somebody's already familiar with your content that you've been releasing. Okay, so they've read your free ebook, they've looked at a couple of your posts, they've read a couple of your blogs, so they're more or less familiar with the brand. Okay, now we enter the think stage. The think stage is, how do we move that person closer to a purchase? We can do this by releasing premium ebooks, expert video guides or video training. We can do this by inviting them to a free webinar, and also by doing comparisons and comparison sheets. So for example, we could compare our product or service with the other 4 major leading products and services and show them the pros and cons of each product and service. And of course, we can also do expert guides that will guide them or help them towards solving a problem. Okay, and the major key to success at this stage is, and I always say this, is share your secrets for free. Okay, give away your best information and you will have a client for life. Okay, if you're stingy, if you hold back, if you only tell them what you want them to know, it's going to come off a bit salesy and that person will not buy from you. So try and be as transparent as possible when you're sharing information, and share with them the very best information possible. Okay, then we get to the do stage. Do stage is every entrepreneur, every business owner's favorite stage, because this is where we actually get money. This is where we actually do the transaction. This is where we actually win. And that person trusts us so much because they've seen our product, they've thought about it, we've helped them along in that thought process, and eventually the person is so motivated to do something about the product or about the problem that they actually go and purchase the product from us. As business owners, our job at this stage is to make the purchase as frictionless as possible. We need to make our products accessible. We need to make them easy to buy online, and we need to basically set up our business so that anyone, anywhere, at any time can come, order the product, and have it within a reasonable amount of time and have a phenomenal experience. So most of you guys out there, you guys are incredible at this stage. I'm not going to go very into depth, but some of the things that you can do to help along the purchase is to just create help guides. There's so many times that when you're on a new platform or experiencing something for a new time or the first time, that you actually just have a question, and sometimes the customers can become lost or dissatisfied because they don't have information on your website that actually guides them through that process. So on this do stage, you would think about putting up help guides, how-to guides, showing people how to actually use your product. That's the do stage. Okay, so let's talk about the care stage. The care stage is when the customers bought from you and they are tickled to death. They are so happy with what you've done and they just want to share that experience with the world. Now, how that helps you is it creates more content, because if you ask the client for a testimony and you've given them excellent service, they will gladly do that. You can then use their testimony as content in your marketing and on your website. You can also have a special gift card or something that somebody will want to take a selfie with, or really show or brag about online, and that will also help people to see that, hey, that person had a good experience with that business or brand. I want to go to them so I can have the same experience as well. And this becomes a circle that feeds itself, or a cycle that feeds itself, and eventually you're going to have more and more clients because you got your content right at every single stage of the process. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video. If I could have a conclusion, or if I should say some final words, it would be that you should always try and serve your customers before you try and sell to your customers. And I know that this content marketing thing and blogging and writing articles and creating videos, I know it feels like a drag. I know it's like, why are we investing all of this time, energy, money, and effort? Is it going to pay off? But I can assure you it will pay off, because the brands that are flourishing right now are the brands that get people excited about them, are the brands that are producing content, and they're the brands that are really looking after their customers. So if you invest in this content, it'll be evergreen, it'll stay on the internet forever, and it'll keep on selling for you. It'll even sell for you while you sleep. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in any social media marketing, or if you want us to come up with a content marketing strategy customized just for your business, visit us at Neptune Design. There's links below in the video, and thank you so much for watching.